In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to import CSV to Supabase database. By the end of this walkthrough, you'll have your CSV files safely uploaded to your Supabase project using storage, with clear settings around access, file size, and file type so everything stays organized and secure. Start by heading to the Supabase dashboard and signing into your account. From here, you'll land in your organization's workspace. If you already have a project set up, you can open it directly. If not, you can create a new project. Creating a project gives you a dedicated space for your database, authentication, and storage. Keep the name short and descriptive so it's easy to find later. Once the project is available, click into it to open the project workspace. On the left-hand sidebar, locate storage. This is where Supabase manages files such as images, documents, and in our case, CSVs. It's different from your database tables, but it's perfect for uploading files you want your app or scripts to access. Click Storage to open the file management view. Next, create a place to put your CSVs by clicking New Bucket. A bucket is simply a container that holds files. Think of it like a top-level folder. You might name it something like CSV uploads or data imports. Good naming helps later when you have multiple buckets or environments. You'll see settings for the bucket, starting with the bucket name. Enter a clear lowercase name without spaces. Then decide whether the bucket should be public. Public buckets allow anyone with the file URL to access the contents, which can be useful for assets that need to be widely available. For CSVs that might include sensitive or internal data, it's generally safer to keep the bucket private and access files through your backend or secure policies. Choose the option that fits your use case. You can also restrict file size. This is a helpful guardrail to prevent accidental uploads of extremely large files that could slow down your workflow or increase costs. If you know your CSVs are small, set a reasonable limit. If you're not sure, you can leave it flexible for now and tighten it later once you understand your typical file sizes. Next, restrict MIME types. This tells the bucket which types of files are allowed. For CSV files, you'll want to allow text SV. Setting this makes it harder for the wrong kinds of files to end up in the bucket. It's a small step that improves consistency and security. When you're happy with the settings, click Create to finalize the bucket. Supabase will take you into the bucket view, which is where you'll upload your files. You can drag and drop your CSV directly into the window or click the Upload File button at the top to choose the file from your computer. If you plan to upload multiple CSVs at once, select them together to save time. After selecting your file or files, confirm the upload by clicking Upload Files. You'll see a progress bar while the upload is in progress. Larger files may take a bit longer, so give it a moment to complete. Once the upload finishes, the files will appear in the list with their names, sizes, and timestamps. A few quick tips help keep things smooth. Make sure your CSV is saved with UTF-8 encoding, which avoids strange character issues. Keep column headers clean and consistent, as this will make any downstream parsing or imports much easier. If a file doesn't upload, double-check that it meets your size and MIME restrictions and that the file name doesn't contain unusual characters. With your CSVs uploaded, you now have a reliable source of truth in your Supabase project. From here, you can reference the file path in your code, generate signed URLs if the bucket is private, or use your preferred workflow to process the CSV contents and work with your data. The key win is that your files are centralized, organized, and protected by the rules you set. That's it. You navigated to your project, opened storage, created a new bucket with sensible access rules, and uploaded your CSVs. Thanks for following along and enjoy building with Supabase.